honestly don't know who this is for, but I have got to tell you. Now, have you ever been in a season of your life where you are walking on assignment with God and it seems extremely long? You're getting tired? Yo, this is Jeremiah's story. Look at Jeremiah chapter 25 for a 60-second-ish Bible study. Literally, Jeremiah has been walking in his ministry, his prophecy, for 23 years at this point. No audience, ain't nobody listening, but he is on assignment with God. Now, how can you do that? Because I can't even repeat myself one time. Imagine 23 years of repeating yourself. So in Jeremiah chapter 25, we see where Jeremiah is talking to Judah and Jerusalem. And he's saying, listen, I've been telling y'all this for the last 23 years, what was going to occur. Y'all chose not to listen. And yet here we are where you're being taken over by the Babylonian Empire. Now, this could be a very frustrating situation for someone who has been waiting so long, doing what God is calling them to do. And it seems like there is no end. Have you ever been there? Let's talk about it, because Jeremiah had a fruit of the Spirit called faithfulness, which is pretty dope. We can talk about the fruit of the Spirit from Galatians chapter 5, verse number 22 and 23. And faithfulness is listed. But what's dope about that word faithfulness is in Greek, it literally translates into steadfastness, unwavering character. That's fire. Now, in your missions with God, when you walk in what God is calling you to do, when you are walking in your purpose, there may be seasons where there's long stints where it seems like you can't see an end to it. It doesn't seem like it's working. People may not be listening, but God calls us to be faithful, right? God calls us to be steadfast. Now, how do you be steadfast in your purpose? How can you be steadfast in your walk with God? Well, take note from Jeremiah, because we know that Jeremiah was a prophet who heard directly from God. God spoke to Jeremiah. How can you hear somebody when they're speaking to you? You lean in. Jeremiah was leaned in with his relationship with God. He sought God. He had closeness with God. How do you lean into God, you ask? You get into your word. You spend time with him. You get into his presence. You pray to him. You're honest with him. You're transparent with him. You don't think Jeremiah complained? Baby, go back and read Jeremiah, because that man was complaining to God about what he was experiencing. But he was honest, and he was grateful, and he was thankful for the opportunity to do what God called him to do. So if you are somebody who is walking in a season that it seems extremely long, it seems like you are doing what God is saying, but it's seeming extended, God may be developing in you the fruit of the Spirit of steadfastness. That does not mean it's going to be easy, but it does mean it's time to keep leaning in. All right, love you. Bye.